do a little bit of a slit. Whoops. And I take it right, I do it properly. I haven't even got the good scissors here. So sorry. I'm trying to show you as quickly as possible in an awkward position, by the way. So pretend you've got your paper on that. You get your, this is the cover I use. This is all I normally do here, because believe you me, with the cheesecloth, this will be strong. So normally, to strengthen the inside, I either put a bit of a cloth in there, but this is pretty strong. So remove all those bits and pieces. And there you are. You've got a neat, you can even put tape. And then once my cheesecloth is on there, I'm going to take my needle out of there, because we're pretending we've stitched the signature in. And because you stuck it, you've got to remember we haven't got all the signatures in. Now, like say for instance, right, this is possibly too small a spine, right, because it is. So what I would do, I'd rip that out. I would cut that away, and then I would get a board. Let's see if I've got something around. I would get a board, because I haven't got something around, and I would make sure I had that quarter, look, an eighth of an inch there, eighth of an inch there, because they're cut. So you get a board, lay it in between, and then just get book cloth. If you haven't got book cloth, easy to make. You just get any canvas fabric and you paint it. And you use your knife to cut. Normally I make mine about, I don't know, that's about 3 inches there. I normally allow myself 5 inches because I like having the bit of extra. So you paint it well. If you want to make it a bit rustic and all that, just get sandpaper, sand it away. So I'm just giving you ideas what I do if I was going to be making, because this book is good. So if you rip that away and you cut it away with your scissors quite easily. Then you neaten it up. You can see where it needs neatening up. Now, when you make your book cloth, see your books like that. I wish I had some made up. I normally have this stuff made up, but I haven't. So we're going to pretend, I haven't got a board. So this is your book cloth. So I'd get your book cloth, you put your spine in your spine piece, to the measurements of that. That's why I always leave my cover to last, because I want to make sure my spine's going to fit inside my book. So your spine then needs to be cut to that width. Then you get your book cloth that you made up, that you actually painted, and you make sure you leave room between your spine. I'm going to pretend that's a spine. So you're going to leave 1/4 inch. See, this book was not the right size for that journal. But like I said, I'm just telling you how I do it. So that's 1/4 inch. You leave that much rim. And remember that's cut to the width of your spine. Then you get your book cloth that you made, and you make it like I'll do a video on it and show you. And you use your glue. So you glue there, you glue there, and you glue there. First you do the center. Make sure that is glued perfectly. You use fabric glue. Because your book cloth is very pliable, you'll be able to then lift up and glue there. And make sure that is secure. Then you glue there and you make sure that is secure. And that will give you a gorgeous book cover. And I normally do mine blacks or browns because look how gorgeous that board is. You wouldn't destroy it. You just wouldn't. And once you've done that, again, we go back to what we're doing. Once that's glued down, then you get it and you snip there. So you turn it over, you snip, you turn it over. Oh gosh, this pretending makes it hard, doesn't it? But this is my quickest way of explaining things to you. So there you go there, and then you just get your scissors. Whoopsie day, turn that the right way. I'll do a video on this to make it easy for you. So you snip there in between the 1/4 of an inch. Well, it's not really, 1/8 of an inch is plenty. So you just snip there, and you put your center in. Glue that down. Turn it the other way. Do your other center in. Then you come back and you do, sometimes I take a little bit away, just a little bit, and then put it in. And the same for this side. I snip a bit away. So I'm going to have to do a video and show you clearly how I do it, and tuck that in as well. And then you will have your book. It's really quite simple techniques, but we'll reflect on that another time. Now, when you're doing a 12 signature, this is a real big one. When we did the other one, I did it less lines. Because as you can see there, that's only a 2.5 inch spine. This spine, I made a book. This was 5 because I was going to do lots of pockets, lots of tucks. So in this journal, now why I like fabric, I see how good it looks, but I normally use canvas, tea-dyed canvas, and I always use fabric. And well, the beauty of fabric is I can fray it, so it makes my book look good. Now in this one, see my fabric's there, and it looks good. And underneath this, I actually utilised, I stuck fabric on my paper, and again, I picked and frayed. This still needs fraying there. This journal's been ready for quite some time. This journal is ready to do a DT project for my friend, but I'm not going to be doing it till next year. Because as you know, I'm not junking at the moment. But see, look how neat and tidy it is. You've got no strings hanging. See, this one I sewed it in a bit differently again. So there's many methods of how many holes to put in. I only put 4 in this one. So you can do the four way. You can do the 6 way. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So see how neat it is? And nothing's out of whack. It's all straight. And it's all because I use that simple technique. Like I said, if you want to put pages like this and you want them up here, stitch them in. like before you do your signature. And then that way they're not flopping. Or use, see, that needs to be cleaned up too. But that's a perfect signature. Now, where's my other book I had? I'll give me the other book. This book I've been working on for quite some time. Again, it's got a huge spine, and there's a tutorial on there how to do these covers. Now, this is not complete, but again, you see how it is on the inside. Now, I'll find the center of the signature there. That I've used the other technique because I like it sometimes, and it's just neat. And my pages are even. There's nothing out of whack. See? Nice and neat. And the beauty of it, look, I never stick the back down. I do in some books, in some I don't. And that's a flopping spine. You can actually see in there. Because with the fabric and the paper that you back it to, it just gives it that strength. So you glue there and you glue there. Well, you glue this side first. See how it's sitting quite cozy in my rounded spine. Quite cozy. So I glue one side at a time. And because it's fabric and paper, it is strong. Like, you don't realise how strong. This book can be thrown and it is not going to come apart. And like I said, you can see right through it. It's neat, it's tidy, it's got cheesecloth in there, and it's got a bit of lace. And you can see the lace there with the cheesecloth there. And it's even. I hope that's helped you. This book is not complete. It'll take some time. Because as you know, like, I'm supposed to be on leave. I shouldn't be doing junkie. I just wanted to come on here, explain signatures to you, explain simple techniques. You can make 12 signature journals. You can make 20 signature journals. That is a 20 signature journal. And why I did this is because I've started it, but I can't do it yet because I'm waiting on a DT project for it. So that won't be done till next year. My friend has told me what she's going to be doing, and I've decided that when she releases that journal, it will be a 20 signature. So because it'll be a 20 signature, it won't have more than between 3 to 4 or 5 pages per signature. It depends how big the pages are. But why I do it in the 6 is because some of my pages might be that long. In that one, all my pages are the same. Or in that one, most of them are the same. So I just did the 2 and the 2. Where with this one, I'll have papers that are smaller, papers that are bigger. But it will be perfect because that's the top, that's the bottom. Like I said, that is in perfect alignment. That is in perfect alignment. Nothing's out of whack. So I hope that's helped you some. Signatures can be a nightmare, but if you do it this way, it's not. Like I said, you then continue on because you've tied off and go the way down. Make sure it's tight and go all the way up. Tie off. So leave this long enough to tie off till you get to the end of your signatures. I hope that's helped you some. But look how neat it is. And see, you can see your fabric. And I like seeing fabric in my books. But that's me. But thanks for watching. I hope this has made some sense to you. Any questions, please ask me. Message me. Feel free. I would like to simplify things for you newbies, experienced members as well. If this helps, I hope it does. Because people often ask me how I get them so perfectly straight. Well, I use my scoreboard. My scoreboard does it all for me. Well, I do all the sewing in, and it's not hard. Like, this is just basically using your basic tools that you've already got. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will value any feedback. If you want to learn other stuff, let me know. I do watch a lot of YouTube, and I'll always give credit where credit's due to whichever artist I use. So just feel, like, because sometimes I see a tutorial and I really love it, and then I will mention that person because I've used some of their tutorial. I don't use all their tutorial, but I use a lot of their techniques, obviously, and I will say who they are so that you can go hunting for them if that's what you want to do. But please feel free to ask me anything. Please feel free to message me, and I'll try and answer as best I can how I make my big chunky monkeys. And they are chunky monkeys. By the time I finish that, this will be chockers, because it's going to have a lot of ephemera in it, because this is the circus journal that I'm going to be doing for Lynn next year. This has been waiting for her for about, she'll probably tell you, 6 months. But that's okay. We were in no rush. I normally prepare my journals. If I know I've got a project that's going to be coming up, I will prepare the journal ahead of time. And I always sew in my journals, but I don't sew on the pages as such. In some I do, in some I don't. I sew all my around my ephemera. I sew all around my ribbons, but I don't sew my pages as much. And that simplifies things for me, because honestly, when I look at a journal, the first thing that catches my eyes is normally the ephemera, how I sewed it. I don't know if I did any more ephemera in here, but yeah, here's ephemera that's sewn. It doesn't belong to this book, by the way, but that's all sewn. So I haven't done much work to it because this is a work in progress, and I'm just not up to really doing a full-on book like this. And this is a big book. It's about 260 pages. But see, there's all the ephemera I sewn on that, making taggies and pockets and whatever. I like collaging a lot. That's a simple one. I just like doing layers. This is the medieval journal from Jar. There's another piece of ephemera of hers from Jar, from Medieval. She's actually 2.5 hours away from me. I'd love to meet her one day. I love her digis. I love lots of digital designers. I love working with digital kits. I don't always work with digital kits, though. I like working with limited supplies as well. But because I'll do a DT here and there, of course I use the digital, and I like using digitals anyway, because when you buy a digital kit, you've got it for life. Always remember that, ladies. That's one thing I don't mind spending my money on, is a digital kit, because I have actually got that for life. Everything else, I utilise my limited supplies techniques. But thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for listening to me waffling, and I'll talk to you next time.